Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this special Sapphire Cup stream from the home of football on the Northern Beaches, Cromer Park. This is Eric Subihano on the mic. Thanks for joining us on the Manly United YouTube page, and we're set for round of 16 action from the Women's Football New South Wales knockout competition. It's so great to be here. Well, for Manly United, they got here by defeating, away from home, League One women's outfit, Blacktown City, 5-1 last month. And the goals were also flying in for Sydney University, who defeated the Flying Bats by 8-2 at the Sydney University football ground. That's what sets up this round 4 clash. You see the two captains, I believe that's Phoebe Gilbane for Manly and Ashley Irwin for Sydney Uni, doing their usual pre-match formalities. By the way, a shout out to the third team, the match officials. The referee is Alex Cowdrey. The assistant who will be nearest to us is Hannah Sheridan, and the assistant who will take the far side is Samantha Menzies. So it's usual kits for both. The predominantly dark blue kit for Manly United, tonight's hosts, and Sydney University in their famous blue and gold corded kit. We've got just enough time to get through at least one of the starting lineups. So for the hosts, Manly United, they are as follows. In goal, and number 1, Nicole Simonson. We think there'll be a back four, so that from left to right. Number 4, Bonnie Adams. Number 34, Corinne Winkler. Number 22, Ava Roberts. And number 2, Phoebe Gilbane. 3 in the Manly midfield. Number 20, Sian Bozanic. Number 27, Harley Smith. And number 13, Caitlin Jarvie. As Alex Cowdrey blows the whistle, away we go. And the 3 in attack for Manly United. Number 10, Alexia Caristal. Number 33, Ellie Kerr. And number 5, Nicole Stewart. Manly United, coached by Tom Hopley. As Ava Roberts, a young defender who I think returned to the club last year after a stint at Bulls FC Academy, covering up on the side nearest to us on the Lucas Neal stand. Now that's Sydney Uni lineup. Well, let's see how this Uni attack plays out first. Of course, we welcome fans of both sides, whether you support Manly or Sydney Uni or just a neutral, just a Sapphire Cup lover. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, that's Sydney Uni lineup. I'm not sure of how they'll line up formation-wise, but we know in goal for them, it's a new signing. Number 1, Talia Franco. There's also number 3, Ashley Irwin. Number 4, Amelia Feeney. Number 5, Emma Ilioski. Number 6, Bianca Galich. Number 9, Ava Pritchard. Number 11, Talia Capitanelis. Number 15, Sarah Farrow. Number 18, Charlotte Hogan. Number 29, Amy Longhurst. And number 30, Madison Van Dyke. So Uni doing all the pushing early on. It's opening couple of minutes or so. Now, it's the hosts with Sian Bozanic and a chance to work it to the left. There's Cara Stahl. That's something Nicole Stewart won't be able to reach. It's already possibly a little bit of a change in terms of the Manly United lineup to what I was expecting. Perhaps Caitlin Jarvie is playing further forward and Alexia Caristal in more of a midfield role. We'll see how that plays out as the game develops. But here's Ilioski on the left side as Sydney Uni look at things. She plays it off Capitanelis, and the header for Winkler, swept up by Pritchard. She's seen the opportunity to switch straight away. So now Nicole Stewart has to do some defending for Manly. Attempted nutmeg. Stewart's not having any of that, but it will be the first corner kick of the game going to the visitors. Based on previous experience watching Sydney Uni, he'll get the left footer, Capitanelis, and she'll take the first corner of the game. So they swing it in to the near post. There's the header from Gilbane. Stewart, I don't know how much ambition she'll have. In fact, Stewart just plays it over the sideline so Manly can clear. See, the crowd has been building, so it's a very cold evening here at Cromer, but it's a smattering of people here in the Lucas Neal stand and also at the far post opposite us. I certainly hope everyone is rugged up and staying warm because it's only going to get colder and colder and colder as this game progresses. Ilioski in the center circle, I think, looking for options. Lost out in the challenge. Now it is Manly with Bozanic. A through ball to Nicole Stewart stopped. And that'll be back to Amelia Feeney. And of course, it wasn't too long ago the last time these two teams played. It was also at Cromer Park. It was a round 12 NPL Women's New South Wales clash. And it finished 1-1. It was Talia Capitanellis opening the scoring for Sydney Uni with a very long-range shot, as Roberts plays the 1-2 with Simonson. And equaliser for Manly with about 15 minutes to go, courtesy of Carly Johnson. And Carly Johnson not available for Manly United right now, but certainly everyone at Manly United very proud of what Carly's achieved in national team sense, as she's been away in Sweden with the Australia under-23 team for a three-game series against Germany, Sweden and Poland, as Stewart runs across the field to Gilbane. Gilbane working it centrally to Smith. Got the shouts from Carristal. And Carristal a goal scorer 3 days ago when Manly United lost out to Arpia Leichhardt. And there's a tackle from Adams, and it is, well, the referee not pleased with how Bonnie Adams chose to defend that situation. So another set piece, or another attacking set piece, going to the visitors. Just to see what's going on the far side of the field. Again, once again, we think that's Capitanellis looking for another left-footed in-swinger. Everyone back for Manly. And Gilbane's head to the far post, and Nicole Simonson with the save from point-blank range. It's a vital one for Manly. It's kept the scores level. It's an excellent set piece from Capitanellis. It's Gilbane first. The first header, it was an inadvertent flick on to the attacker at the back post. And Nicole Simonson, as she's done many times for Manly United, has come up big. You'd have to say good positioning from Manly's keeper as well. Aristal hooks it over ahead. That'll be over the sideline, and a Sydney Uni throw-in. Header from Winkler to Caristal. Intercepted by Uni, and then it's Winkler with a slice clearance. So I think that is Longhurst, who decided to just settle for the. Now, could have been awkward for Winkler. Bounce right in front of her. To be fair, she did well not to handball it. And then Jarvie has won the ball back for the hosts. So here's Bozanic, and now Stewart. Stewart, she's the opportunity to switch now. Phoebe Gilbane, anyone who's familiar with the Manly United women's team will know how many runs like that Gilbane makes over the course of a game. And now, the other run from Caitlin Jarvie. Uni double up on her immediately. The attack is stopped. And it is Caristal trying to keep it alive for Manly. Gilbane again. Back to Smith. Nice drag back to get away from Capitanellis. Aristal, let's try the switcher play, and it's too fast for Nicole Stewart to get a touch on. Back to Adams. By the way, I said that Manly were playing 4-3-3. Apologies, I appear to have got that incredibly wrong. It looks like more like a 3-5-2, probably, and we'll try and confirm that for you as the game progresses. 4-3-3, certainly the formation favoured by Tom Hopley, I think, for the majority of this NPL women's season, which, by the way, has been going excellently for Manly. They currently sit in 4th place in the table, with 24 points. Tom Hopley trying something different this evening, it seems. As once again, Winkler gets the foot in. And then Amelia Feeney for Sydney Uni, sending it more to the near side. Look over the shoulder from Gilbane. She knows touch off Uni, so she'll just settle for the throw right in front of the Manly technical area. Smith on the move, but here's Ellie Kerr. Kerr didn't have the central option she wanted, so swept up by Charlotte Hogan. Shouts from the Sydney Uni technical area. I think that's Oz Rowley just imploring his players to hold on to the ball. Now, Ashley Irwin. The beginnings of a run out of central defence, and good sweeper keeper work from Simonson. Sends it straight to our opposite number, Talia Franco. By the way, the two sets of substitutes. So for Manly, the backup keeper is Christy Canningisa. The others that may come off the bench later on: Grace Arnold, Ariella Cabezas, Daisy Arrowsmith, and Gemma Sweetnam. Manly is sitting off for now, although Caitlin Jarvie is starting to press. Franco goes long. Now it's with the host, but that's Sydney Uni substitutes. And the backup keeper is Hannah Callahan. The others: Annabelle Martin, Charlotte Hampshire, Poppy Tay, and former Manly United player Jenny Hill. Lioski throwing it to Garlich, and Garlich has used her body well, winning the free kick. It's been good the last 12 months for Bianca Garlich, recovering from an ACL injury suffered 2 years ago and using her form in the last NPL season with Sydney Uni to earn an A-League women contract with Central Coast Mariners, and Bianca Garlich ending up as the winner of the Mariners medal, or the women's version of the Mariners medal for Central Coast. And Garlich certainly a big part of the reason the Mariners reached the A-League women's semi-finals on their return to the competition, as that's a decent turn from Garlich. I think she thought about the shot initially, then she tries it. It's going to be easy for Simonson. Garlich also received her first international recognition a couple of months ago. Hasn't gotten on the field yet, but she did receive, in a recent international window, her first call-up for the Croatian national team. So, congratulations to you, Bianca. First of what I hope are many shout-outs as people let me know they're watching. Shout-out to Lockie France, head honcho behind the College Matildas website. He's informed me that he's tuning in, so thanks so much, Lockie. Thanks so much for your support of the Sapphire Cup. Winkler. Pass out the back, intercepted, and then attempted long-range effort. Well, I did say Sydney Uni scored with a long-range attempt the last time they were at this ground. This time it was Amy Longhurst who tried to score from about 40 yards out, but there's nothing to trouble Nicole Simonson. Actually, good to the home faithful. They've just added a little bit of a boost. Some kids, I believe they are kids from the Dads and Daughters program, which will be running over school term 2 here at Cromer Park. The daughters from said program. It's good to see them cheering on the home side. And also nice of the home club to see them open up one of the boxes here in the Lucas Neal stand, so kids can watch their local heroes in action. In the backwards pass, perhaps not finding the intended target, but Halle Smith quick enough to keep the ball with Manly. Now is Roberts. Bozanic. Bozanic looking for the switch. Gilbane well forward. Ilioski with a touch off the chest. Gilbane should have it. In fact, Gilbane, I think, smart look over the shoulder from the Manly captain. Sure, she didn't have quite the support that she wanted, so settled for the throw. But then Manly getting on with it quickly. Amelia Feeney with a clearance towards Ava Pritchard. Now Longhurst. That's actually good use of the body there from Stewart. Ball backward Manly. And you see, now that I've had a chance to get a good look at it, it does appear to be a back three that Tom Hopley has selected. Corinne Winkler, the most experienced of that trio in the centre. She's flanked by the two youngsters, Bonnie Adams and Ava Roberts. Now Hallie Smith got the ball on the turn, could face forward and start a run. Cara Stahl. And Cara Stahl shoots from range. Talia Franco not too bothered. Good goal sense from the Sydney Uni shot stopper. Watches it go wide of the post. And Franco retrieving the ball near legendary Northern Beaches football photographer Jeremy Denham. And it's great to see Jeremy. Great to see Jeremy in position. Taking his usual brand of high quality football photography. Franco decides to go along towards the centre circle. Adams with the first touch for Manly, and then it was Sarah Farrow who was strong with the header. Farrow long towards Pritchard. That's a good header from Winkler. Now Stewart. Cara Stahl. The ball possibly a little bit before Ellico had really gotten into a run. So Uni have it at the back once more with Franco. About possibly past the quarter-hour mark here at Cromer Park in Sapphire Cup Round 4 action. If you've just tuned in, 0-0 between Manly United and Sydney University. Oh, is Nicole Stewart trying to change that? 1-on-1 with Amelia Feeney. Tackle is clean from Feeney just inside her own penalty area. Now Smith and Feeney again with a good tackle. Stewart lobs it up. I think she's looking for Gilbane. Ilioski will need a second go at that. Now Jarvie trying to pounce on any hesitancy. And it's cleared. Winkler sending it back with interest. Good first touch. Good positive first touch from Gilbane. And she'll resume her battle with Ilioski. Now Jarvie. Jarvie goes direct, headed away by Feeney. Now Smith ran into a tackle, and the decision has gone against Madison van Dyke. Going back to that battle between the Manly captain, Phoebe Gilbane, and Emma Ilioski, that's going to be interesting to watch. Two very quick players. I think they'll go head-to-head a lot, and we'll have the best view of that particular individual battle in. Talia Franco has decided on a three-player wall, and Alexa Cara Stahl scored from a free kick 3 days ago. This time it's a variation. Jarvie sends it up into the night sky, and it's easy to claim for Franco. Bonnie Adams. Pass is snaffled up. Uni are on the move. That will run away. I think Longhurst was the intended target of that pass. It goes out. And it will be a goal kick. This is, as I look at my notes, the earliest, or the first of the Sapphire Cup Round 4 games to be played. Also Sapphire Cup action tomorrow night. Unfortunately, we're not aware of any other streams from this round, but fingers crossed. But tomorrow 7 p.m. Northern Tigers will play Bankshire Tigers from the St George Association at North Taramara Recreation Area. There's a bit of a gap in the Sapphire Cup Round 4 action. The next games, there's 4 games on Wednesday, the 19th of June. As Irwin passes to Ilioski. Played out by Gilbane, but there's 4 Sapphire Cup games on Wednesday the 19th. There's Coogee United versus South Coast Flames, so Eastern Suburbs FA versus League One. That's at 7 p.m. And 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday the 19th. There's a game here at Cromer Park between Seaforth from Manly Warringah Premier League and the League One women's leaders, the leaders of the New South Wales second tier, Hills United. And 2 8 p.m. games on Wednesday the 19th. Apia Leichhardt looks to have drawn the Sapphire Cup short straw. They've got Shell Harbour away. And also at 8 p.m. on Wednesday the 19th, Northwest Sydney Spirit from NPL versus St George FC from League One. Now, Caitlin Jarvie has a couple of options. One of them is Ellie Kerr. So Irwin had to be alert, and she was, sweeping it back to Franco. Now there's Stewart, who's been active so far in the opening 20 minutes or so. Her pass over Caitlin Jarvie. Ilioski threaded the pass brilliantly towards Pritchard. And Pritchard saw Longhurst open. It was Bonnie Adams intercepting the ball. There's one more, actually there is one more Sapphire Cup game that has been scheduled that is up on dribble. So Wednesday the 26th of June. From Christie Park, Gladesville Ravens versus Macarthur Rams. And we await details of the other game, which is a Sydney Olympic home game against SD Raiders. Smith, the head up. Gilbane couldn't reach behind her to keep it in. So now Ilioski with the throw in for Uni. Shouts. Garlich opts for the safer pass back to Feeney. Back again to Sydney Uni to Talia Franco. Another header from Winkler. You can see why she's in. She's been picked by Tom Hopley in the centre of Manly's back three this evening. She's heading the ball with confidence so far. Garlich, wonder, Uni might have thought that was a free kick. I think the ref signalled he was happy for play to continue. It was actually good strength from Garlich. It wasn't knocked over by that challenge. As Feeney looking for the diagonal towards Capetanellis. It's Gilbane. We've seen a lot of her attacking. This time she's back defending. As I see, possibly off frame, but the Manly United substitutes warming up for the first time this evening. And certainly a good idea on an evening that's getting very cold. As Ilioski plays it through, Capetanellis kept it in play. She's followed all the way by Corinne Winkler. It's going to be Sydney Uni's second corner of the game. That looks like Bianca Garlich. So Osralius decided in-swingers are the order of the day or night for their corners. Garlich, flat delivery, and it's headed away. Phoebe Gilbane keeping guard at that near post, but it's going to be another corner. Which again, Van Dijk offering the short option, but Garlich will go straight into the middle. Keeper stays on a line, and who's that touch off? Touch off Manly again. It's going to be another corner. And this time Capetanellis will take it. Swinger again, she aims near post and allowed to bounce by Manly. Jarvie can't quite clear it, so Feeney hooks it back over her head, and Simonson right to the edge of a 6-yard box, and good goalkeeping there. So this is a cup game. We have to have a winner tonight, so if 90 minutes is enough to separate the teams, we will have extra time and possibly even penalties. So we hope wherever you're watching this one, you're nice and warm. Could be in for a long one. As Kerr does well to hold it up for Gilbane. Alex Cowdrey with the universal signal for no. Despite a couple of shouts from people, or from fans in the Lucas Neal stand. Good link-up play. Ellie Kerr scored her fair share of goals for the Manly Reserves team this year. She's been given this chance in the cup. And Kerr showed good patience in that last move to wait until Gilbane was making a dangerous run. Aristal. And it's an unfortunate one, a bit of an unlucky one for Capetanellis. She did intercept the pass, but then the ball just flicked off her arm. Smith with the set piece. She goes long. There's a header by Galich. Now Adams, and the ball charged down. It's Javi. Now Smith. Javi looks up. And then Ashley Irwin read the intentions well. Ashley Irwin, another player coming off A-League women's duties, just like Bianca Galich. She was part of that Central Coast Mariners team that reached the semi-finals. As was Annabelle Martin, I believe, who's on the Sydney Uni bench. And the same can be said for Alexia Caristal, who's decided to make Cromer Park her home for the winter. It's a little bit of a Mariners reunion happening this evening as Winkler sends it. Again, Irwin blocking the way to goal. Irwin, pocket of space, nice positional awareness there from Javi. Now Caristal, and she was looking for Stewart, and pass was too fast for Stewart to reel in. Sydney Uni, it's a tough start to their 2024 NPL women's campaign. Probably not helped by Star playing the first 4 rounds of the season away from home. They are currently in 11th place as Uni number 11. There's an interesting pass into the middle. Adams anticipated it well. Now is Roberts, can't keep it in. Just slowly looking up. If you look at Uni's league form, undefeated in the last 5 league games. Admittedly, it's 4 draws and 1 win. But Australia looks to slowly be turning things around. Of course, if you're a long-time observer of the NPL women's competition, very used to seeing a Sydney University up the top of the table and challenging for trophies. In fact, last year's NPL women's season was the first in a while where a team other than Uni won the premiership. Capetanellis, and a quick look at the assistant on the far side, Samantha Menzies, but the flag stood down and Ilioski's moved forward from left back. Decent ball. It goes all the way out to the back, and a Stewart blocks the cross. Corner number 5 coming up for the visitors, with Manly yet to win a corner this evening. Again, everyone back for Manly as Capetanellis thinks about what she'll do with the set piece. Going more towards the middle of the goal, and Winkler's up there. Eventually, I'm not sure, it might be Hallie Smith hooking away from nearly on the goal line. And now Ellie Kerr trying to start a counter-attack. Feeney was trying to slow Kerr down. It's a good ball to Bozanic. There's a one-on-one with Ilioski and has Kerr as the short option. To the byline, Bozanic goes. He's held on to possession. Now here's Ellie Kerr. And, well, it's going to be taken over by Jarvie. Decided there wasn't a shooting opportunity. Back to Adams. Now Caristal. And there's the 1-2. Here's Caristal. It might open up for her. And it was Irwin, I think, took the sting out of that shot. It's a nice move from Caristal to play the 1-2. It really opened things up for Manly. Back to Franco, and then Franco off the left boot. Franco, I think potentially a player who prefers her right side. That left-footed clearance off the back pass, admittedly with pressure coming, going straight over the sideline. Way back to Roberts. I'll start again. Good, and couldn't find Bozanic. It's Ilioski looking for Capetanellis, but Roberts is there. Now Gilbane. Gilbane looks to take on Ilioski for speed, and has gotten round the defender. Stewart immediately darting into the middle, so it's flat and hooked up by Feeney, but clearly not an intentional back pass, so Franco can catch. Now, Ava Pritchard very outnumbered there, and it results in the Kiwi giving away a free kick. Roberts looking for Gilbane. Now Hallie Smith. And here's Kerr. Kerr's done well to find Gilbane's overlapping run. Here's the cross, and it's going to land on the roof of the net. Pritchard, she's convinced. That was a handball on Winkler. Officials don't agree. By the way, apologies to anyone who got confused by me saying Manly were going to play 4-3-3 in the intro. Yep, definitely a 3-5-2. Sorry about that. As that is Sarah Farrer this time with the clearance. Sitting back for now, testing Manly's patience, and see, it was a nice idea from Jarvie to do something a bit perhaps unexpected, flicking the ball with the outside of her foot. She was looking for Kerr. Instead it ran through to Franco. The header from Roberts. Possession gained by Garlich. Gets it back from Pritchard. Garlich rides the challenge and has the runner out wide, which was meant for Longhurst. Stewart used her speed. And it broke up the attack. So back the visitors go to Feeney. And now Irwin. Plays it back to Feeney. Feeney trying to kill a ball. It's Adams in the way for Manly. Simonson just allowed to go well out of area with the ball at the feet. No pressure from Uni. Simonson looking for Gilbane. Elioski are not letting the Manly captain advance any further. Aristal with the run. She was followed by Charlotte Hogan, and Hogan has committed an indiscretion in the eyes of tonight's referee, Alex Cowdrey. Special thank you to tonight's match officials, because my understanding was this game was arranged at pretty short notice, so it can be difficult to get people to come up here on a Wednesday night. So thanks to Alex, Hannah and Samantha for doing so. Smith delivers the set piece, and could be Kerr with the chance, and she didn't see where the ball had dropped, ended up behind her, and then last touch off Kerr. It's a bit unlucky for the Manly number 33. It is a goal kick. Now, Franco once again interested in playing the ball towards the right wing. Jarvie had the first play at it, but still with Sydney Uni. Feeney wheeling away from Jarvie, plays it down the line. And another kind of half handball shout, not heeded by the officials. Good first time ball from Smith back to Roberts, and Roberts goes back to Smith. Smith, plenty of teammates on this side, or for Manly, interested in receiving possession. It's Gilbane, double up on her quickly, and Gilbane, she's actually done well to get the better of those two defenders. Now it's Caristal. Gilbane. Kerr playing with the back to goal, trying to be the target forward for the hosts. We're approaching the end of the first half. We certainly hope you're enjoying our coverage on the Manly United YouTube page of the Sapphire Cup. Still goalless between these two NPL women's sides. As Capitanellis almost intercepted. It'll end up as a Sydney Uni throw. This is near where Emma Ilioski's taking that throw in. I think the first time that the Sydney Uni substitutes are going to warm up for this evening. Certainly an evening where you'd want to be warming up by any means necessary. Possibly slightly awkward hop just in front of Ilioski. It allowed Gilbane to press as her teammates help her out. There's Roberts with the header, and Smith does keep it in play. Gilbane, she's stayed forward. Once again, Uni standing firm in that zone, about 10 to 15 yards outside their own penalty area. Now Winkler's got a scramble. as Amy Longhurst raced forward and broke up that square pass. Settle things down with Simonson. And getting a bit of time on the ball. There's a keeper outside her own penalty area. Doesn't happen that often. She's found Winkler. Roberts. The space tightens, and Sydney Uni want a decision they're not going to get. So Hannah Sheridan ruling that Caristyle had kept it in play. There's also a second ball on the field that's going to be gotten rid of, so thanks to Charlotte Hogan. And then Sydney Uni fans telling Manly to settle down. I mean, who's the home side again? Oh. Yellow, after all that, the yellow card's been shown to Oz Rowley, so often the first card of the game goes to someone other than a player. Anyway, who'd be a match official? Well, I was about to say we're going to get back underway. We're actually not going to get back underway just yet. Now we're back underway. A bit higher. It's ball forced back to Simonson. Now Bozanic. Pressure coming, I think, from Van Dijk. So Manly try the far side. Adams plays it back to Winkler. Roberts. Really like her forward options. Happy for Manly to have the ball in this area of the field. Now Simonson goes longer towards Kerr. Kerr got the first touch on it. Now it's Gilbane. Back to Kerr. And then it's Gilbane again. Caristyle very insistent that she get possession. Interesting advantage played. Anyway. Main thing is Manly still have it. Unbroken spell over the last couple of minutes. A spell of possession for Manly, but not getting anywhere near a decent shooting position. As there's Van Dijk tracking back, and now this might be something to get the home fans excited as halftime approaches. Garvey was trying to hold it up off that throw. And you've defended the attacking throw in well. And the pressure will stay on Uni. As Roberts, it's good defending from Ava Roberts to not allow any kind of Uni counter-attack off that Manly throw. Back to Roberts, threads it through. Smith, now Caristyle, and Caristyle might have played it through to Ellie Kerr. It's a big chance, good save, and the rebound Swept up, I think, by Sapphire, round on the cover from right back. It's the first time that either goalkeeper's been seriously tested this evening, as then Karastal is flagged for offside. But it was Karastal with the initial pass, the killer ball which released Ellie Kerr. It's two strong hands from the uni keeper, Talia Franco. And that is what's kept the score at 0-0. Bain towards Elioski. Manly Keenan pressing high. It was Hogan who's played it over the press. And now Simonson for Manly. Foot in there from Elioski. And Manly United doing well in reserve grade as well as first grade in the NPL women's season. They are in 6th, but only 5 points off the leaders. Clearly, as I look at the players out there, Bonnie Adams, Ava Roberts, Hallie Smith, Ellie Kerr, they've all been predominantly used as reserve grade players this season. But with the reserve grade team doing so well, it's good to see that some of those players have gotten a chance in the Sapphire Cup, as Roberts is pinged for the foul on Garlich. Delay over this set piece. Alex Cowdrey not happy with something. You'd assume it's something that was said. I think he's having a chat to Ava Pritchard. So the Sydney University player receiving a little lecture just before halftime. Actually, we might be in first half stoppage time now. Capitanellis to deliver, and it's allowed to bounce. Winkler doesn't clear completely, and that long-range shot, big block there from, I think that was Bonnie Adams, and Bonnie Adams might have a chance, if only for a moment, to be a striker, but she stopped running. She realized she wasn't get on the end of that, and that's the halftime whistle. So still goalless between Manly United and Sydney University as the teams head to the dressing sheds. This is Eric Subihano on the commentary for the Manly United YouTube page. We'll take a short break, about 10 minutes or so, then we'll be back for the second half.
Upstate Real Estate, DYRSL, Brookvale Mazda, Sydney International Cup, Best Team, Aussie Farmer Direct, Manly Warrior Football Association, Manly Pacific Sydney, Auto Body Smash Repairs, Advanced Weatherproofing, JB Metropolitan, Riggs Brookvale, CMS Surveyors, Holiday Estate, Metronics, Premier Automotive, Blue Dog Signs, Amazon Power Estate, Coast Electronics, Chillbar, Vans Hot Bread, and Oxford Falls Grammar School. Now don't
Welcome back to our coverage of a Sapphire Cup Round 4. Thanks for joining us on the Manly United Football Club YouTube page. It's goalless between these two teams, Manly United and Sydney University, in this all NPL Women's New South Wales clash. For Manly United, their best chance near the end of the first half. It was great play in the build-up from Alexia Caristal, which led to Ellie Kerr being denied by a good stop from the uni keeper, possibly on her club debut, Talia Franco. While for Sydney University, they threatened. They won 5 corners to Manly's 0 in the first half, threatening from set pieces, but Manly's young defence did handle that task well. And speaking of, there's the whistle from Alex Cowdrey, and away we go for the second half. At least 45 minutes of Women's Cup action awaits us, although if the two teams can't be separated, we will see extra time and possibly penalties. This is Eric Subihano here with the commentary from the Lucas Neal stand. Thanks for joining us. I'll see, it's a bit tricky when there's no fourth official, as there is in this competition. We'll see if there have been any substitutions made at halftime by either the Manly coach, Tom Hopley, or the Sydney Uni coach, Oz Rowley. And here's Nicole Stewart, a player that definitely started this game and has gotten away from 2 defenders before it was Sarah Farrer stepping in. A good strong tackle, and I think Bianca Galich was across trying to make it difficult for a Stewart to run as well. There's Galich again, tackled by Smith. Gilbane, Manly's captain. Kerr came short. It was followed all the way by Feeney. Now Kerr's found Caristal, and then Caristal denied by her recent Central Coast Mariners teammate Ashley Irwin. A very strong tackle from Irwin there. Finding herself centrally. So out wide is Caitlin Jarvie. Bazanic. Now Roberts overlapping. It's the first time we've seen her this far forward. And in a good crossing position as well. He's aiming for Kerr. And Amelia Feeney with the no-nonsense clearance. Bazanic to Roberts. Now Gilbane. Once again providing the short option. She's tried to turn and drift inside. The dummy from Jarvie, that was clever. And in fact, Longhurst, good defending from the uni forward. Longhurst and tracked Hallie Smith's run. Otherwise, the Manly number 27 might have had a shooting opportunity just outside the box. Now Stewart. And interception there, possibly from Charlotte Hogan. I do like these Sydney Uni kits, but the one issue I have with them is white numbers on a half yellow kit can be difficult to see, especially at night, but I do apologize for any misidentification over the course of this game. So I've just had a quick look at the players out there. So Manly, as they were to begin the game, so Tom Hopley can still make a maximum of 5 subs if he wishes to this evening. Ava Roberts, I think she wanted to just let it run out. The ball didn't have the momentum for her to do so, so it's Simonson clearing. Now Adams might just have teed it up for Capitanellis. That's maybe a chance for Sydney Uni's first attack of the second half. Turn a long-range shot. That was Pritchard, but it's easy for Simonson. Wrong defensive header. Pritchard firing it towards Capitanellis. Nice ball. Nice first touch as well. And now flag stays down. Could be a chance for Sydney Uni. It's the toe poke, I think, from Galich. Simonson was positioned well, And we had a chance near the end of the first half at the southern end of Cromer Park for Manly. In the early stages of the second half, Garlich made a nice run from midfield. And she was denied by Nicole Simonson. Smith look over the shoulder to see where the pressure was. Well, it's right on top of her. And then it's Hogan. Stop Smith that time. The Jarvis 1-on-3 and has also conceded a free kick. So just a reminder of their lineups. So for Manly, lining up in what appears to be a 3-5-2. So in goal for them, number 1 Nicole Simonson. The 3 at the back are number 4 Bonnie Adams, number 34 Corinne Winkler, and number 22 Ava Roberts. On the left side of that 5-player midfield, Nicole Stewart, who's intercepting the ball here, so we might hold that thought as Stewart has room to run, and Kerr in front of her. Stewart looking for Ellie Kerr, and then Kirk, I think, had to hold her on just a little bit too long. And had to, when the ball was there for her to chase, Ellie Kerr going from a standing start, so it was easy for Talia Franco. And back to the Manly lineup, so yes, Nicole Stewart on the left of the 5-player midfield, number 5. Number 2, Phoebe Gilbane, the captain, on the right-hand side of the midfield. And the 3 in central midfield, number 27, Hallie Smith. Number 10, Alexia Karastal. And number 20, Sian Bazanic, the Manly strike partnership. And we'll hold that thought as it's Ava Pritchard chasing the ball from Bianca Galich. And leaves Roberts on the synthetic turf, but Roberts up quickly to pressure the cross. Simonson gets one hand to it, and one hand was enough. I'll get through this Manly lineup, don't worry. The 2 up front, number 13, Caitlin Jarvie. And number 33, Ellie Kerr. Bianca Galich becoming more and more prominent, at least if we use this for opening 6 minutes or so of the second half as a guide compared to the first half. A couple of nice passes being played from Sydney Uni's number 6. Here's Winkler. Uni step up and squeeze the space. Winkler, nice ball to find Gilbane, who's followed by Ilioski. Gilbane trying to turn. That's a nice one too. Yeah, bit of room in front of the Manly captain. So she finds the other wide player, Stewart. Hallie Smith's already on the move, followed by Hogan. Smith. Yeah, not big pass. So here's Stewart. Gets around Farrow. This is nice from Manly, but then Amelia Feeney with a tackle that's clean as a whistle. Feeney, very impressive in the league game a couple of weeks ago between these two teams. And there's Farrow with a slide tackle. So Jarvie lays one out wide for Stewart. Jarvie is looking to go wide to Gilbane. Instead, it's Bazanic who plays that pass to her captain. Karastal. Back to Gilbane. And the cross blocked by Ilioski. And Bain hoping the ball went out. I think in that phase of play. In fact, that's a yellow card as well. So Emma Ilioski, next player, or the first player, into the notebook, and joining her coach, Oz Rowley. Two-play wall, Jarvie with the signal and the delivery. And might fall to Bazanic at the back post. Bazanic shoots. And a shot charged down, possibly by Garlich. So it's a nice touch from Karastal. Back to Stewart. Uni stepping out. It's off Ilioski's head. And then not quite the clearance she wanted. So Gilbane, she'll shoot. And Franco not beaten at the near post. Adams. It's kind of more up than forward. And it breaks for Hogan. First touch from Garlich. That brilliant, took it out of the sky. Now here's Longhurst, and Longhurst shoots. It's easy for Simonson. Credit also to her fellow Nicole Stewart. And got back in time to pressure the shot. And Feeney, well, Ellicoe is very quick, so Feeney has to hurry. She does indeed sweep it up. Now Farrow. Back to that. Ooh. Oh. Flag was up and then immediately down again, so just go on. And the officials are letting the game flow. Papadanellis finding herself almost as a defensive mid for the time being. Farrow goes back to Feeney. Something longer, and it's a nice pass. So Longhurst with Pritchard charging into the middle, but Longhurst couldn't quite wrap her foot around it enough, and Simonson gathers. As Gilbane chases this one and can't keep it in play. Just a reminder again of the Sydney Uni lineup, because they are also as they were to begin the games, and they look to be pretty much a 4-3-3 shape. So in goal for them, number 1, Talia Franco. Their back 4 from left to right, number 5, Emma Ilioski, number 3, Ashley Irwin, number 4, Amelia Feeney, and number 15, Sarah Farrow. The 3 in midfield, number 18, Charlotte Hogan, number 30, Madison van Dyke, and number 6, Bianca Garlich, and the 3 up front. Number 9, Ava Pritchard, is at centre forward. She's flanked by number 11, Talia Kapatanellis, and number 29, Amy Longhurst. Darnich back to Winkler, aiming for Gilbane. Resumes her battle with Ilioski. A battle which recently resulted in a yellow card for the Uni left back. And then Ellie Kerr is given away a free kick. I think a foul on Ashley Irwin. Plays it up. Now Roberts trying to play it forward for Manly. Now Gilbane and a little bit of room. And Kerr, she likes trying that turn with the outside of the foot. A combination of Uni players reels it in. And then Nicole Stewart had to be quick on the back pedal there, although that ball was unlikely to go in. The goal, it has to be said. Bit of a slip from Farrow. Can Stewart take advantage? He's past 2 players. There's 4 options, 4 of her teammates in front of her. He might have just overran it at the end. Now Feeney with the run from centre back. Winkler, good to have the foot in there ahead of Pritchard. Now, will this break for Ellie Kerr? Flag's gone up. Flag's gone up immediately from Samantha Menzies. Assistant furthest. The assistant on the far side. Eventually off frame, Uni substitutes warming up with perhaps a bit more vigour than they did in the first half, as the Uni defenders played amongst themselves at the back. Ellie Kerr has also gone to the Manly technical area. I'm not sure what for. She's played well so far, Ellie Kerr, so hope nothing too serious has gone wrong. As it was Stewart with more pressure from the front. Now Kerr can possibly get involved here. And what was up for grabs in the centre of the field before Garlich takes over. Ilioski playing it to Kapatanellis. And now 4 forward in this attack. That was a very necessary header from a Manly perspective by Corinne Winkler. Roberts has lost out here. Now, this could open up for Sydney Uni, and it's gone in! How about that? Sydney Uni have taken the lead. An absolutely spectacular goal from an improbable angle. And there is a goal. Got a goal fairly early in the second half, just about at the hour mark. Manly United 0, Sydney University 1.
Goal scored by Sydney University. The score is Manly United 0, Sydney University.
We'll have a delay in the restart. Caristal needing some treatment. Of these midweek games mean it's a busy time. So if you're looking ahead to the weekend's action, Sydney Uni next play in the league on Sunday. A real classic battle in NPL Women's, if you know your history of the comp. They host MacArthur Rams on a Sunday the 9th, 5 p.m. kickoff. As Farrow tries to fling one down the line for Uni. I think that's a 5 p.m. kickoff. Another good distance. Another on the throw there from Farrow. Stewart. And Stewart's behind Kerr, but Caristal back on the field. So Feeney had to cover and did so. Galich, again trapping the ball well as it came to her at an awkward height. Pritchard. There's a lot of Manly jerseys in this part of the field. Capitanel is trying to switch it behind Van Dyke. Makes its way to Longhurst. And Longhurst looking to play it back to Van Dyke. Here's Gilbane around in the cover. Simonson sends it over the sideline. Galich, oh no, there's Pritchard once again holding it up. Good spin away from trouble by Longhurst. She delivers. Stewart. The half clearance. Uni keeping it around the box. Van Dyke couldn't pull the trigger because Winkler got a foot in the way. Decision goes Manly's way. As I think we can hear and see Tom Hopley encouraging his team now that they've fallen behind. Of course, still a very long way to go. And no need for Manly to lose hope. If I have to do some quick maths, but scored 31 goals this season in League and Cup. 22 of them have come in the second half, so they've been very much a second half team this year. It's almost 3/4 of their goals coming after the break. Manly's certainly still in this. It does look like Stewart and Gilbane have swapped flanks as well. Gilbane's down the left and making this run to test Sarah Farrow. Farrow prevented the crossfield ball. Now, see the changes coming up soon. Looks to be a double substitution that Tom Hopley has planned. Pretty soon we'll see Ariella Cabezas and Daisy Arrowsmith. Arrowsmith actually very much, with this game situation, an obvious option to come off the bench with Manly chasing the game. She scored 6 times this season to be Manly's second highest scorer for the 2024 campaign. Will the sub happen now? I think Tom Hopley might still be giving those last second instructions. Good turn from Capitanelis. And she's going to run for daylight. He might get all the way into the box. She shoots and, well, it could be. It's bundled over the line. Not sure if that's an own goal. Amy Longhurst will want to claim it. Talia Capitanellis deserves a lot of the credit. Breezed past the defender on high and charged all the way into the area. The ball across the box. It's too much for Manly's defence to handle, and we think that Amy Longhurst has bundled it over the line.
Goal scored by Sydney University. The score is Manly United 0, Sydney University 2.
By the way, Tom Hopley responding to the concession of that second goal, immediately going to the bench, and we can see number 12 Ariela Cabezas and number 16 Daisy Arrowsmith on the field. Apologies, I did not see who came off. Figured it out. So it's Cabezas and Arrowsmith on for Ellie Kerr and Phoebe Gilbane. Pretty sure that's it. Longhurst charges it down. So here's Caristyle looking to take it the other way. Winkler leaves it for Simonson. Now, given away to Garlich, and Garlich going from long range, and it didn't quite get enough on it, Bianca Garlich. I saw Simonson off a line. Good anticipation from Garlich. Intercepting the first pass out of midfield. She decided she had a pretty decent shooting opportunity as well. Pritchard, followed by Winkler. Goes over the sideline. Right. Manly ball as well.
Double substitution for Manly United. Coming onto the field, number 12 Ariela Cabezas and number 16 Daisy Arrowsmith, replacing number 2 Phoebe Gilbane and number 33 Ellie Kerr.
Hopley has another change planned. He's giving instructions, possibly off frame to number 3, Grace Arnold. But here's Pritchard, and the ball is going wide anyway, but Simonson decides it's within reach, falls on the ball. Now it's the long kick out. Feeney quite get a clean header on to it. It's Caristyle. Jarvis battling there and won the ball back off Hogan. Zayat spreads it wide to Stewart. Arrowsmith. And Stewart again. Now Stewart, she will keep this in play and advance it closer. Half clearance from Irwin. Garlich around the corner to Capitanellis. The number 11 for Sydney Uni trying another run. So Adams under pressure from Longhurst. Simonson just goes for safety.
Substitution for Manly United. Coming onto the field, number 3 Grace Arnold, replacing number 13 Caitlin Jarvie.
See, that's the third sub for Manly United today. Grace Arnold, number 3, replacing Caitlin Jarvie. And Something quite different there as Feeney covers the run from Arrowsmith. Manly have chucked Ava Roberts up front, possibly to add a little bit of height to their attack. So I think Grace Arnold is now on the right side of Manly's back three. Arrowsmith back to Adams. And Arrowsmith can't link up with her new strike partner, Ava Roberts. To use their bench, Osrally still has all 5 subs available to him. High foot there. And Ali Smith just checking that Corinne Winkler is okay, and I think sporting behaviour there from Bianca Galich. Unintentional, of course, and Galich going for the ball there, but it's still very much a free kick. Reminder of who might yet see action. This game, Manly, the unused subs now, the Gemma Sweetnam as well as the backup keeper Christy Cannon-Gieser. Arrowsmith wins it off Galich. Going to play it forward, and now that's a nice ball. So here's Roberts, and Ava Roberts into the box. Still Ava Roberts, and the shot's blocked. How's that Ilioski? She keeps it alive. Feeney's in the way, preventing Stewart from having a tap in. That's better from Manly. And Uni hanging on for the moment. Caristal plays it back. Here's Cabezas. Very persistent run from Ava Roberts, settling into life as a centre forward for the rest of this game. Now Uni might try to take it the other way, 4-4 if they're quick enough. Pritchard, followed by Winkler. And Winkler shepherds the ball back to Simonson. And Amelia Feeney once again saving the day for Sydney Uni after Roberts out-muscled Ilioski. I think it was Ilioski, able to get the cut back. More good play from Uni's number 4. That was very good in the round 12 game between these two teams. A bit unlucky to cop the red card at the very end of the game. And when Sydney Uni drew 1-0 with Manly here a few weeks ago. We saw a flash of lightning in the distance, so we sure hope that's the only one for this evening. Free kick to go Manly's way. Oh, everyone back for Uni as Simonson plays it to the edge of the box. Touch from Stewart. The visitors have the scramble. Here's Arnold. Kept it down now. Caristal. Cabezas. And Bozanic. And Cabezas. Manly being persistent here. At Uni now. More than 3/4 away towards a place in the Sapphire Cup quarterfinals and a clean sheet. It's Adams, very cool. Step past the challenge, but then gave it away. So here's Winkler. And Capetanellis. Had Pritchard, but Pritchard had to check a run. That's what allowed Adams to get around on the cover. Arnold, and it opens up for Bozanic. Cabezas in lots of space nearest to us here in the Lucas Neal stand, so that's where it goes. Cabezas can't find Arrowsmith. Two between Caristal and Adams. Cabezas. That's the challenge. And Stewart. First touch goes forward. And then it's Ashley Irwin who was across and prevented the ball into the middle. Close to the final 50 minutes of this game, assuming it finishes in 90. Caristal going direct, and almost a little bit of knuckleball action there from that cross. Franco a little bit uncertain, but she falls on the ball before any Manly player can take advantage. Now it seems to be the night for cards not necessarily linked to fouls, but Alex Cowdery deciding that he didn't like something Amy Longhurst has said. The third yellow card of the evening. Also, actually, apologies, we do have a uni player requiring treatment near the touchline. I wonder if that was Ashley Irwin, because she... testing it now. It looks like Irwin, who is clearing the ball near the corner flag, nearest to the canteen building. Now the physio's been booked. Well, anyway, back underway. And Irwin not moving totally freely. And she is back on the field, so Uni not really spending any significant time, down to 10 players. Smith covers the run from Garlich. Garlich now trying to pressure. Back to the keeper. Goes back to Feeney, and the keeper is the option. Franco goes for distance, and Capitanellis didn't get back on side in time. Oh, well, Feeney was ready to deal with that. A very late shout. You were charging in. A little bit nervous for the Sydney Uni faithfuls that have come to the Northern Beaches. Franco did defuse the situation. Well, just wondering what the back keeper for Manly, Christy Canningisa, was doing, and just climbed the fence to retrieve a loose match ball. Garlich ran, advanced the ball about 20 metres. Now plays it in, and she thought Pritchard was on the move, but Pritchard was stationary. Recapping the action so far, it is Manly United 0, Sydney University 2. Thanks for joining us on the Manly United Football Club YouTube page for Sapphire Cup Round 4 action. Both of Sydney Uni's goals coming in. Apologies, not really able to identify either Uni goal scorer. As we see, they're about to prepare a sub. Uni's second goal. There's a bit of a scramble right on the goal line. Amy Longhurst, I think, was the closest to that, so she'd be claiming that. She did score. If Uni's number 29 does end up being credited with that goal, it'll follow up from a hat-trick she scored in the previous round of the Cup. Now, there's the ball, and Arrowsmith's made a great run, so Arrowsmith could be in here, and Arrowsmith straight at Franco. And Uni needed those safe hands. Nicole Stewart running in to pick up on any scraps. Barrow sends it long. So Manly will start again with Simonson. And possibly off frame, Charlotte Hampshire. I see her number 14 jersey, so she's ready to come on and defend her from when I've seen her previously. That's intercepted by Arnold, and Arnold through to Nicole Stewart. Flags up, wouldn't have counted. Player leaving the field. And
Substitution for Sydney University. Coming onto the field, number 14, Charlotte Hampshire, replacing number 18, Charlotte Hogan.
now, Galich trying to speed things up after that Uni sub. We think it's Charlotte Hampshire replacing Charlotte Hogan. Hampshire wearing number 14. Let's see if that's a reshuffle. Appears to be a straight swap, so Hampshire replacing Hogan in Uni central midfield as Feeney goes back to Franco, and Franco sends it into the fence. Off the throw between Arnold and Bozanic. Glad to see more substitutions made by Australia. A double sub, and Jenny Hill, as a former Manly player, Jenny Hill very familiar with this venue, of course. I think she's one of the players getting ready. Now, it's onside for Daisy Arrowsmith, left side of the box. Arrowsmith cuts past the challenge, and Ilioski clears. But now, here's Stewart, blocked by Feeney. Blocked again by Feeney. Now Arnold. A long-range effort is wide. Uni double sub. Looks like it's going to be Poppy Tay and Jenny Hill. Now, you see another slightly worrying flash of lightning in the distance. Might be a sore one for Emma Ilioski. So, just thinking, well, if I was that physio, I wouldn't exactly be keen to come on after getting booked for some reason earlier on, but on he goes. Emma Ilioski gets treatment. I might take a look and what's ahead for these two sides. As I said earlier, for Sydney University, obviously a quick turnaround when teams have these midweek cup games. Sydney Uni play, by the way, it looks to be an ankle potential issue for Ilioski. She'll have to leave the field for a moment. Sure she'll be back on before too long. Yes, for Sydney Uni, they play on Sunday the 9th at home at the Sydney Uni football ground against MacArthur Rams. 5 p.m. kickoff. Then they play on Sunday the 16th, another home game against Northwest Sydney Spirit. And then another midweek game for them, Wednesday the 19th, also at home against Football New South Wales Institute. That game was rescheduled because Institute had players away with the Junior Matildas. They were in Indonesia for the Asian Under-17 Championships. Well, for Manly United, they've got one day more rest before their next league game. It's on the public holiday Monday, the 10th, at 5 p.m. kickoff away against Illawarra Stingrays at Macedonia Park. Then, after that away trip against the Stingrays, Manly United are back here at Cromer Park on the 16th to face near neighbours Northern Tigers. So Roberts, by the way, Ilioski back on the field. Roberts turns. Here's Karastal, worked into the middle and up and out of the box by Irwin. And Bozanic, it's dipping, but it's also going wide. Of course, we have enjoyed bringing this special edition Sapphire Cup stream to you on the Manly United YouTube page. Thanks for all of your support. Thanks to everyone who's worked tirelessly behind the scenes, especially Caitlin Pickett from Football New South Wales, who has done a lot of work at somewhat short notice to ensure that this stream went ahead. Those other league games I was referring to for both these teams, and all the, of course, it's the same for all the NPL women's teams. After tonight, as Hallie Smith will have a shot, blocked by Irwin. And it'll be back to the normal way you watch these teams in action, which in league competition, which is on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. Bonnie Adams did well to win that off Pritchard and goes backwards to Simonson. Seventh minute now, and Capitanellis trying from range. It goes wide. Now, yes, there's the signal from Osrally. We're going to see this double substitution. Poppy Tay and Jenny Hill coming on for Sydney Uni. Looks like it's Bianca Galich, one of the players to make way. And Amy Longhurst, the other player to be replaced, I think. That's just confirming that one. Poppy Tay, number 19, and Jenny Hill, number 33, the newly introduced players for Sydney Uni, replacing Bianca Galich, number 6, and Amy Longhurst, number 29.
Double substitution for Sydney University coming onto the field, number 19 Poppy Tay and number 33 Jenny Hill. Leaving the field, number 6 Bianca Galich and number 29 Amy Longhurst.
Bessas keeps it in play. Got the foot up high enough and found a teammate as well, but then Hampshire got the better of Bozanic. Ilioski, that ankle looks to be fine now. And then, well, almost a nightmare for Franco. Pass, the pressure came from both Stewart and Arrowsmith. Franco tried to thread the eye of a needle. It rebounded off Arrowsmith, I think, but at a nice height for Franco to catch. Adams turns past two and got the shout from Karastal, but Jenny Hill, her first action is to prevent that ball reaching Karastal. It's like we will not see Annabelle Martin or the backup keeper Hannah Callahan for Uni this evening. Farrow plays it back to Franco. Smith. Now Adams. Bozanic. Now, oh, Capitanellis got a foot in there. Almost got the better of Arnold. Smith immediately pressured by Hampshire and loses out. Hill. Oh, she might have changed her mind. She was trying to play that pass. And it's Uni finishing the stronger here. Into the 90th minute now. Another run from Capitanellis, and she shoots. It's dipping, but not in time. We're assessing that latest double sub from Oz Rowley. Sydney Uni not really changing anything. It's 2 straight swaps. So Hill, for the final few minutes, filling the midfield role, played so well by Bianca Galich for most of this game. Poppy Tay, as Amelia Feeney sends it into the Lucas Neal stand. And Poppy Tay is on the right wing, replacing as the direct replacement for Amy Longhurst. Adams gets us back underway. Dunich going wide. Here's Roberts. And Roberts couldn't find Arrowsmith. So here's Smith. Or at least some form of consolation for Manly. Cabezas delivers, and it's past Feeney. Arrowsmith could be in here, and Talia Franco stayed on her feet long enough, got the angle spot on, and has smothered that shot from Arrowsmith. Uni wanted a handball. The flag then goes up. I think the officials working together. So that looks to be Samantha Menzies on the far side. I think my eyes are just good enough to see that she is signaling that it was indeed a handball, as Sydney Uni were claiming. Owen plays it forward. Yeah, Sydney Uni's job almost done here. They are still trying to push for a third. Pritchard. Ground by Winkler, but done so fairly according to the referee. Now Hampshire. And Capitanella. She's made a lot of runs all game, so she can be forgiven if she's not zippy enough to reach that pass. At 2.5 minutes of time added on, as Hampshire gets in the way of that ball forward from Manly. Capitanellis delivers from deep. It's an interesting one. And here's Poppy Tay. Had a go. With Adams throwing herself in the way of the ball. And Poppy Tay unable to add a little bit of gloss to the Sydney Uni scoreline. In fact, there will be no more action. Sydney University are the first team into the 2024 Sapphire Cup quarterfinals. They've defeated Manly United by 2-0 here at Cromer Park this evening. Both goals coming in the second half. I think the first goal may have been from Bianca Galich, and the second goal possibly from Amy Longhurst. Anyway, that'll be uploaded on the Football New South Wales Competitions website later this evening. You can go back to the Football New South Wales YouTube page for the weekend to see these two teams in action once more. Sydney Uni playing MacArthur Rams on Sunday the 9th, 5 p.m, while Manly United travelling down to the south coast to play Illawarra Stingrays on Monday the 10th. That's also a 5 p.m. kickoff. But for now, this is Eric Subihano signing off for the Manly United YouTube page. We hope the stars align and we can stream another Cup game for you before too long. But thanks for your support of the Sapphire Cup and our club's YouTube page this evening. Take care, we hope you stay warm, and we hope to see you soon.